difficult. Usually when we speak, we're at the same level as everybody with graduated glasses. Once I look up, wherever I land on my face. So, anyway, as he said, he outed me for my 39 years. As a 39-year veteran educator and soccer coach, I've seen many great students and athletes come through the school. Many have come back today for this event and who enjoyed the reunion with their classmates. This morning we had 20 alums that came back to play alumni soccer, and we just had a grand time for well over an hour and a half. And that was followed by the lacrosse team, which had, I'd say, probably 15, 18 of their own come back. It's really nice. Joe, I was looking forward to Joe playing this morning, but Joe decided to get up at 4:30 in the morning so he could ride 85? He had to put in 85 miles. Joe's training for a Ironman in Lake Placid, I think. So I'll forgive him this year. No forgiveness going forward. But those who return often ask me what I remember most. Was the big wins, painful losses, or our great accomplishments in a given year? My answer is simple. It's the memories and the bonds that were built between the players and between the coach and the players. And with this in mind, it's with great pride that I have the opportunity to induct Joe Murphy into our Hall of Fame. At this point, I would like to say that Joe's parents, Fran and Joe Sr. are here, as well as his wife Liz, JT, and daughter Maggie. Having been a 3-season athlete, earning 10 varsity letters over his years at Dwight-Englewood, there's no doubt that Joe's career helped shape the future for the soccer, lacrosse, and basketball programs. It was his grit, determination, and passion to never be outworked. It set the standard in each of these programs. Clearly recognizable was his high level of skill in every sport, as was the extraordinary standard of play that he not only established for himself, but for those that he played with on the courts and fields of play. Winning is not a sometimes thing, it's an all-time thing. You don't win once in a while, you don't do things right once in a while, you do them right all the time. There is no room for second place. There's only one place, and that's first place. This is a Vince Lombardi quote, which is alongside Joe's senior picture of his yearbook. Very appropriate. And there's no better place than to start with basketball. 1988, 1999 were difficult years. But Coach Tom Curry entered the stage and sowed the seeds in the belief that character, self, and team were most important. According to Coach Curry, who says Joe couldn't shoot to save his life. And the offense wasn't designed around him. But his defense was tenacious, inspiring for everyone around him. Add the hard work and the dedication of what was cultivated was a record over the final 2 years of 26-12 losses. Coach Curry also highlighted his humbleness, for Joe would be the first member of the team to acknowledge the critical importance of his teammates in this achievement. Then it was the fall of 1990 when Coach Armitage came to Dwight-Englewood, coincidentally Joe's senior year. Having spent most of his coaching career developing players and teams, Jack was faced with coaching a team that was not only well seasoned, but was ready to win and fight for a league and state championship. Joe was a co-captain, was soft-spoken, according to Coach Armitage, okay? But he was soft-spoken, and he was demonstrated the leadership, both behind the scenes and working with the youngest of the kids, and on the field, where he always played hard on both offense and defense, always putting the team ahead of his personal achievement. This was a very talented team, one that finished the season 14-6, and actually it was Joe that turned getting an assist on a teammate's goal was turned into an art form. Rising above all, forgot one thing. Do you remember Dick Chan? The little guy, that years for a referee?
Yes.
I told him you were making that you were being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he wanted me to give this to you. You know what that is? Yes, it was. where he and his teammates went 51, 25, and 4 over his 4 years. It was, however, the season of 1989 that changed the course of soccer forever, as it marked the first time Dwight-Englewood team was selected into the county tournament. We were selected over the traditional powerhouse of Ramapo at the 16 seed, faced with the task of playing number 1 seed Ridgewood. We were quickly dismissed by a score of 0-6, and the soccer pundits and soccer elitists began their chirping. To say the least, this was a drubbing. But what Joe and his teammates had instilled for the future of the Bulldogs was a strong taste of Bergen County tournament play. And for those of you that don't know what followed shortly thereafter, the 1991 soccer team became the first Group 1 small school ever to win the soccer county championships. So, to summarize, please listen to some of Joe's accomplishments over his career at Dwight-Englewood. As I said earlier, 10 varsity letters in soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. He broke the single-season scoring record with 24 goals in soccer, currently number 5. Still holding true. Named the first team all-conference in soccer for 3 consecutive years. Prep school B Division champions in 1989. Named for the first team all-county in lacrosse for 3 consecutive years. Named the second team all-county in soccer 2 consecutive years. Captain of the varsity soccer team, varsity basketball, and varsity lacrosse team. And in 1991, he played in the Bergen Passaic All-Star Classic, was named the first team All-League Lacrosse, led all New Jersey lacrosse players in the category of assists, and he received the Charles Shea Hardy Award. And if you go over to the gym, you'll see your name on our new restored championship boards. Joe finished his career playing soccer at Lehigh University. And I'll end with one little story which you heard last night. My assistant coach and I decided that we would go out to Lehigh to watch Joe play. And it was a long drive out there. We came around the corner, we heard a whistle blow. We walked around, saw a referee hold up a yellow card, and Joe was quickly on the sideline. He told me the story yesterday that it really wasn't him. That he had a twin, someone else that had received earlier yellow cards, and that he got the blame for it. So, sure, I believe that. Anyway, congratulations, Joe. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Come on up here and join me.
Thanks so much for the kind words. Thank you for the selection committee. I'm obviously very surprised and honored with the honor. I just wanted to say a couple quick things. Chris mentioned some of the athletic achievements that I had on the field. When I look back at my time at Dwight, and you've heard the other speakers up here talk about their teachers and talk about their classmates. Those are really the things that instilled me in me the drive to go on. When I look back at my athletic career, I always remember coming up in 7th grade, playing 7th and 8th grade soccer, and looking up at the varsity soccer team and the basketball team, and thinking to myself, all right, well, if I work hard, I'll get an opportunity. I